Daddy. The 6-year-old burst into his parents' bedroom and, smearing tears, began to shake his father by the sleeve. "What's wrong, Jacob?" The sleepy mother hugged the weeping boy and soothingly stroked his frizzy head. "You had a bad dream again." Oleg sighed wearily. "It has been happening too often lately. Maybe take the child to the doctor. Every night the same thing. He has long forgotten what a normal sleep." "Jacob, you're a big boy now. You should be able to tell the truth from a bad dream. Go back to your room," his father said as strictly as possible. The child's eyes widened in horror. He shook his head in a negative way and pressed himself against his mother. "I will not go." "There." Again, him. Sani looked reproachfully at her husband. "Martin, you see, the child is frightened, and you nag at him. Look, he's only 6 years old." "Okay, son, tell me, who are you afraid of?" "The clown. He's hiding under my bed." "Daddy, he's so scary." "Nonsense. Clowns are kind." Oleg tried to smile. "And they do not live under the bed and in the circus. And this clown is evil." Frightened squeaked the child. "He wants to eat me." Martin sighed. Why the clown? He had always thought children liked those weirdos with red noses, brightly colored costumes, and funny shoes. No, his son had been harping on about the evil clown who lived under his bed for over a month. Not only that, it is already becoming an obsession. Recently, Jacob saw a program on TV about the circus at Tefetnoy, and he and Sani could not calm him down for more than an hour. He saw a clown and cried. "All right, Sonny, come on. I'll chase away your scary monster." Martin took the baby in his arms and went out into the hallway. His son hugged his neck tightly. The man felt his shirt immediately soaked from the baby's tears. Putting Jacob on the crib and covering him with a blanket, he crawled waist-deep under the bed and pretended to fight with someone, then, straightening up and shaking off the dust, smiled at his son. "That's it. That bad clown won't come near you again." "Really?" the child asked incredulously. "Really." Martin patted the boy on the head, kissed him, and went to sleep. After this incident, the family decided to take the child to his grandparents for a couple of days. We literally went for 2 days. Sledge was completing the final preparations, packing little Jacob's toys in her bag. "I hope Mom gets better. She loves her grandson so much. Tell your mom hello and wish her a speedy recovery." Martin smiled and kissed his wife. "I hope Jacob will benefit from a change of scenery." "I hope so." Sunny shrugged vaguely. She, too, was frustrated by her son's constant nightmares. "Well, we better get going. How are you doing without us?" "I'll manage," Martin assured her. "I know how to make scrambled eggs." His wife laughed and, kissing him on the cheek, headed for the exit. Martin said goodbye to his son and closed the door behind them. Immediately, it got a little dreary. Ever since his son was born, he rarely got the chance to be alone with himself. Now they were gone. For 2 days, but still. I wish they'd come back. Of course, he understood the necessity of this trip. His mother-in-law, a woman of advanced years, so when she called Sani and complained about not feeling well, his wife immediately decided to go to her. Martin ate dinner and went to bed. Late at night, Martin opened his eyes, not really knowing what had woken him up after all. Silence. He turned to his wife, but remembered that she had left. The man wistfully ran his hand over the empty side of the bed. How much Sanja was missing now. The bed felt kind of cold without her. There was that sound again. Where was it coming from? He got up, shivered, and staggered barefoot into the corridor. A rustling, indistinct noise. Mice. Sounds came from his son's room. They didn't seem to have any mice. Martin quietly opened the door and entered the nursery. It was empty. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind him. "Hello? Who's there? Open up immediately. I'll call the police." The man banged on the locked door with force. There was that rustling noise again. Martin turned around sharply. The room was in semi-darkness. The only source of light was a large window at the far end of the room, through which a curious full moon peered. Where is the sound coming from? A rustle. Under the bed. Surely mice. Distractedly, Martin muttered, trying to get the light on, but for some reason it wouldn't come on. The light bulbs blown out, the man thought irritably. Suddenly the incomprehensible sound intensified. Martin peered intently into the impenetrable darkness between the bed and the floor. What he saw made him shriek muffled. He was incapable of more than that from shock. This can't be happening. This can't be it. This can't be. His head was pounding. A hand in a dirty white glove appeared from under the bed, then a second. Next came an ugly head. It was a clown. A thin, powdered white skull with greasy yellow hair hanging down the sides, angry little red eyes, a huge red nose, and a grinning mouth full of brown crooked teeth. The clown crawled all out and slowly straightened up. His clothes hung on him in dirty, once bright, rags. Martin huddled against the closed door. The frantic pounding of his heart hurt his ears. The clown smiled. A grave coldness reeked in the room. "Does the boy want candy?" hissed the clown. With these words he stuck his hand into a wide trouser pocket and pulled out a handful of wriggling whitish worms. With his arm outstretched, the clown headed straight for the man who had frozen in place. This can't be happening. This can't be it. This can't be it. This can't be.